taking a ride, aren't you? Rolling up a stake and going to Vegas.
Welcome to the #1 poker radio show in the world. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. 1 full hour of poker news, entertainment, and lots of Sin City surprises. Now let's bring on the host. Here is Mark Hoke.
All right, and we are here. That's right, kids. It's World Series time. Okay, guys, gotta kill that. There we go. That's a little bit. I was trying to kill that music. Boy, we're off to a great start. How about I do that? There we go. You might want to turn that mic on, Joe.
There we go.
That's better. All right, everybody. Hey, it's the 2015 World Series of Poker. Holy shnikes.
It's a Colossus.
Jesus, is it a Colossus.
They
Unbelievable.
got tables in the poker kitchen.
And guess who's playing on one of those tonight?
You are. Here you go.
I've been suspended to the poker kitchen. Unbelievable. That's all right.
Are you playing tonight at 7?
I am playing the evening flight. Yes.
Is it 6 or 7?
I don't know. Somebody ought to find that information out.
They released their released a press release yesterday at around about 2:30 saying that because of the employees event, which they gave them 5,000 in chips, and they realized because of the extra chips that they needed extra levels, they decided to push back the secondary start, the second leg of the Colossus to 7, but yet when people were buying in yesterday, the tickets still said 6 p.m.
Yes, mine did too.
So that's kind of conflicting.
So what I'm going to do is
We'll get here at 5:30.
I'm going to walk over here at 5:55. I'm going to look in. I'm going to ask. Or maybe somebody could ask right now. Actually, I think we have.
You probably could ask right now, but I believe it's 7 p.m.
Well, we'll find out.
And they have, according to the latest release I heard, they have 17,000 players signed up. But keep in mind, there are a lot of sign-ups that people bought 3 and 4 bullets.
Right. So if they make it through the first flight,
they get their money
those
back.
bullets are gone.
The bullets are gone.
And so space.
So that 17,000 figure might not be the final figure.
Right. So, and that means there's hope for those of you that want to try and sneak into one of those flights, and some seats may open.
Well, there's only 3 flights to go, right? Because this one has already started.
Yep. It's going to be something, man. It has been chaos down
But
here.
there are some empty tables, so there is room, I guess, if you wanted to sign up late.
And it's not, and things have gone fairly smoothly today. Haven't seen anything too crazy going on except just a ton of people here. It's been sensational.
I think the craziness is going to start, like Al Can-Hang said, when we get to a 2,000 player money bubble. That is when the craziness will probably be at a crescendo, so to speak.
Yeah, and I'm seeing a lot of people, the WSOP staff's kind of going back and forth here, because obviously we're in a bunch of different rooms, and they're communicating well, so it should be an interesting next couple of days.
You think they're going to be able to get all, when they get down to the money or close to the money bubble? You think they're going to be able to get? You think they're going to be able to get everyone in the same room?
That's what they're planning. I think they'll be able to do it. I hope to be there. I hope to be sitting in that room.
That would be, when do you project that to be?
Oh my goodness, boy, I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even tell you when that bubble's going to hit. Probably sometime late.
Wednesday? Tuesday maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, probably late Monday or early Tuesday.
Yeah, Monday. Yeah, probably on Monday.
Yeah.
So the Colossus is underway. We've had gladiators and trumpets and.
Oh, did they have that this morning?
Yeah.
I missed that.
We came in today. There were 2 gladiators greeting everybody at the doors, and then we had the trumpeters, who were busting out the music.
And it wasn't Phil Hellmuth.
No,
because usually Phil makes some sort of a grand entrance.
No, it was not Phil. Thank God.
Okay.
And then we had some fair maidens saying hello to everybody.
Okay.
Ty Stewart did the introduction up there, where they were up there, and I gotta love the shuffle up and deal.
Was by who?
Given by one of the gladiators, but it was not shuffle up and deal.
Did he say something about the Christians?
No. Well, I guess he could have. Shuffle up and kill.
Wow.
Shuffle up.
Well,
and
that's what
kill.
that's what you really do in a poker tournament. You
Yeah.
kill opponents along the way.
So it was shuffle up and kill today for the Colossus. I wonder if we'll get that speech later on. Not that I'll hear it because, I mean, I'll maybe hear it, but I'll be in the poker kitchen. I won't see it.
There's one good thing about being in a poker kitchen. If you get hungry, you don't have to go too far to
Man,
get some
hop,
food.
skip, and a jump
Yeah.
to the sushi bar, baby. You gotta love that. Oh my God! By the way, I'm Mark Hoke. This is Joe Payne. We're doing a show here.
We are
Yeah, man.
one of many.
Yeah, we'll be
Not as many as we did last year.
No, we're not going to go. We're
No.
going to try and do some more stuff on social media, and
Last year
And
was
there's other work to
Last
be
year
done,
was a
too.
marathon.
Yep. So, but we're going to be here. We got a great little setup down here at between Brasilia and the Poker Kitchen. So we're going to have fun with being down here. My wife who is not feeling well today, is down here. And we're gonna have a great guest. Todd Anderson from Poker Night in America is hanging out over there.
Oh,
on the
cool.
phone. He's going to come over and join us, along with whoever else comes in along the way. And we have a new addition to the broadcast, by the way. And everybody needs to get excited about this because, kids, we have the fan cam. Oops, actually, I didn't want to put that up. That is our. that was pretty bad. Let me get that off the screen
I'm
here.
having a little volume problem here with my. I'm not hearing you at all through the headset.
Okay, well, I'll turn it up a little bit. I can do that. I'll get you a little more volume there. But let's try this. Let's go.
Can you give me a little more volume?
Oh, I can hear you plenty. I'm good. Maybe it's my splitter. We'll.
Okay.
I may have split wrong. Let's see what we got. We'll pull and push. We're on a splitter, so I may have to get a new splitter for you, Joe.
Maybe
Maybe you got wax in your ears. I don't know.
I probably have that anyway. But
All right, so I want to switch to our new fan cam.
we have a
You'll
fan
be able-
cam.
Yeah, it's right over your face right now. I'll put it in between us. But yes, we have a fan cam, which I got to move that sign out of the way. That's my leave us alone.
So
sign.
this year, like when there's somebody walking by, and we always say, "Oh, there goes so and so."
We got a
this year.
we got a fan cam.
We have a fan cam.
We got a fan cam. So when the break hits, we'll put the fan cam up on the big screen and let everybody see. See, you know what? You can see here. I'll do a favor for everybody there. I'll put the fan cam in front of my face. But we do have a fan cam, so pretty exciting stuff there. But I want to also mention we have our great sponsors for this year's World Series of Poker, which we are quite thrilled to have on board, and I want to thank them all for joining us. And let's make sure we recognize them here real quick. We'll get rid of the. Boy, I'm just hitting every wrong button to start this thing off. Unbelievable, Joe. But let's go to that, and let's hit this. There we go. Of course, we are the Mark Hoke Show. KSHP 1400 AM and KSHP.com.
Right.
Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Love to have you join us there for all that kind of fun and excitement. And of course, our one of our newest sponsors to the show, we got our good friends at the Poker Academy.
All right.
Rep Porter, we all know Rep, World Series Poker bracelet winner, had a very deep run in the World Series a couple years ago. Well, he's got the Poker Academy going on, so go to pokeracademy.com/Mark. Check it out. Some great education you're going to get.
Edumacation.
Edumacation. Some terrific videos and everything else, so make sure you guys go to pokeracademy.com. Our good friends at ABC Chinese Poker, of course, download your app today. Have some fun playing some Chinese poker by yourself or with friends, whatever you want to do. Do you play?
I do a lot of that, by the way.
Yeah, I use that app on my. It is my go-to.
Oh, you're
on
talking about
flights.
playing Chinese poker.
Yeah.
I was talking about playing by yourself.
Oh well.
Oh, with myself.
BlueRail.net, everybody. Our website provider. Make sure you guys go to BlueRail.net and say hi to Bob Lusk and the team there at BlueRail.net. They build websites. How far do you want to go? And of course, our next sponsorship. I may have to slow that timing down a little bit. It's going a little tiny, a little bit tedious there. We have our good friends at. If you'd like to switch, please. At some point, it's waiting to switch. There it
There
is.
you
The
go.
PPC Poker Tour. Of course, we were just down in Tampa. We got an event coming up here on Thursday and Friday at the Golden Nugget. So come on down there. You can play for a couple of satellites to go to Aruba. $4,000 Aruba package.
What time's that tournament start?
5 o'clock both
5
nights.
p.m.
So get on down there and, of course, check out all the tour stops with the PPC Poker Tour. Pokershop.com. Man, you need any poker supplies there. Your go-to guys, chips, tables, cards, clocks, bars, anything you need for that good old man cave in your poker room. Check them out today at pokershop.com. 10% off with the code HOKE, H-O-K-E, at pokershop.com. Hey, you know about these guys in Nevada Poker League.
Nevada Poker League.
NPL, baby, free poker. So when you bust out of the Colossus and you got nothing to do, just hop on down. Joe, where are they playing tonight?
It's tonight Friday?
Yep, tonight's Friday.
Alisco's, which is on Durango, right off the 215.
There you go. So check it out.
Come on and visit us.
Go play at NevadaPokerLeague.com. Free cash and prizes, all for you. Share my pair, which my wife has apparently been doing all
obviously,
day.
yeah. And you don't have a problem with that. That's very noble of you.
Well, thank you. You can download the app today, and instead of telling the story a million times to your friends about that crazy hand that happened at the World Series,
They can choose whether they want to see it or not.
just make a video. Go to sharemypair.com.
Don't forget the
Or
grind.
download it on your
And don't forget the
iPhone.
grindettes.
We got the grindettes, of course. The wonderful ladies we'll be hearing from this summer: Katie Stone, Katie Dozier, Jen Shahadi.
Katie
and
Stone
Stevie
just walked
Christopher.
by.
Oh, did? Oh,
Yeah.
good. So go to grindettes.com. Follow them at grindettes on Twitter and Facebook. The Grindettes. And I think we got one more. Oh, and of course, Poker Night in America.
Where is Todd?
Todd was meandering around the hallway,
He's dressed in red.
but you can say hi to the guys at Poker Night in America. Monday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific time on CBS Sports Network, the newest poker television show, Poker Night in America. And, of course, go to pokernight.com. See what's going on with those boys. So there you go. Of course, so we're on KSHP 1400 AM. Follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show, Facebook, The Mark Hoke Show. All right. So there we go. We got that done.
Got all our sponsors in?
There we go. So we said hi to everybody.
We did.
By the way, there's, that gentleman walking by just brings up an interesting discussion.
With the jacket and hat?
And had the was vaping. And we actually, at the Plaza, do some poker hosting at the Plaza, and we've actually banned vaping at
You
the
have?
tables now.
Really?
We have banned vaping at the tables.
I know you told me you had an incident last week,
Yeah,
2 weeks ago.
guy
Yeah.
was flipping out a little bit. Just didn't like the vaping. And honestly, I didn't either. But, some people are sticking stuff in there they're not supposed to. And there's really no way to...
Are they
figure it out. Plus,
are they camouflaging the smell of what they're not supposed to be smoking?
Well, I'm sure.
with
I'm sure you can make a nice mix because that's what the vape is. You got the
It's a vape.
the flavored scented water vapor. So these guys apparently maybe sticking some stuff in there.
Okay.
But yeah. So and I know some people were interested to see if the World Series is going to take any action about that with people vaping at the tables. Now I haven't.
Has there been a ruling?
I have not. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's going to touch it or not, but we'll see. But something interesting to watch there.
I know they pretty much relaxed the phone rule here.
Yeah, they're letting that go a little bit. I think
A little bit.
I think we're starting to realize that, you're not just sitting on your cell phone talking about hands. There's so much that people are doing on their phones. Like listening to the Mark Hoke Show.
You can do it on your phone, right? Yeah.
Yep. And KSHP now has an app, by the way. They just started a new phone app, so you can catch Sarah at the KSHP app on your phone. Not bad stuff. Well, before we get to the Colossus, we do have a couple other events that are finished and going on
Employees event, right?
right now. Yep, we just had the employees event wrap up. Brandon Barnett joins the likes of Chad Holloway, winning the employees event, $75,704.
Do we know where Brandon works?
I don't know where he works. I'd have to look that up, but he is from Corona, California.
Oh, so probably one of the California casinos.
Yeah, probably. So Brandon Barnett, our first bracelet winner of the World Series, knocks off Greg Seiden, who finishes second, Zachary Seifert in third. Greg Kochuk.
Did that happen last
Chokla.
night? Did that happen last night?
I'm not sure. I'd have to see when that finished up. And Michael Kahn finishes fifth. So congratulations to those guys, and congratulations to Brandon Barnett, our first World Series of Poker bracelet winner for 2015. Also starting off that night was that Event 2, $5,000 no limit hold'em tournament. And as soon as that pops up on my screen, they are down to 20 players
Yep.
remaining in that one, and the number will come up. Long Win is leading the way from Houston, Texas, 1,150,000 chips. Carl Westcott just behind him. He's out of Dallas, so got a little Texan on Texan crime there maybe coming up. 1,066,000. Artur Koren, Royal Oak, Michigan, is at 1,062,000. Greg Merson, your biggest name at the top of the board, he's sitting in fourth place. Doc Sands, Jason Wheeler, and speaking of guys that might have something to the vapes, he's pretty open about that. Jason Wheeler on the board, Michael Wang in there, Barry Hutter, Bryn Kinney, Rong Lee in there, along with, let's take a look at the rest of them.
Some interesting names.
Amir
Long win.
Labatt, Byron Caverman's in there, Steve Merrifield, Michael Brendan, Jack Schanbacher, Joe Ebanks, Alex Bulletin, Kevin McPhee, Nam Lee. Nam Lee is in there. Corey Onestall is out. So 19 players remaining in the $5,000 no limit.
How many were the? How many initial entries did we have in that one?
422. So I got a prize pool of.
We paid down about 48 spots, I think.
Yeah, I think it was 46.
46?
Zach Grunberg, I think my good buddy bubbled on that one.
Oh no, really?
It's a tough break for him. But 19,000 or 1,983,400 in that prize pool, and somebody is going to walk out of there with $466,120 to start off the World Series.
That's a $5,000 buy-in, right?
Yeah. So that's not bad.
No,
That's a good way to kick things off. Pick up $500,000.
I think you got enough Bitcoin, so to speak, to last you the series after cashing on that one.
You could fire 900 bullets in the.
Pretty much, you can fire a lot of bullets.
Well, technically you can't, but you could.
No,
in
you
the Colossus. Event number 3, the $1,500 Omaha High-Low Tournament. That also started off yesterday. $1,500 buy-in there. Got a $1,239,300 prize pool. 918 entries in that. That's pretty good. Pretty good start for them on that. They are down to, it's a long way to go, 358 players left. Tony Ma, your leader. Taylor Pard near the top of the board on that, along with Steve Lustig, Eric Crane. I love this. I'm going to get stuck on this one. Kamar Zaitavon. I'm going with it.
Okay.
There's an X in front. What's one of those XA names? I'm just going to go with it. Don Zuin, Michael Stewart, Win Tran, Jason Adams, Michael Davis. Your top 10 at the moment, but of course still a very long way to go in event number 3. $1,500 Omaha High-Low 8 or better. The shootout, which was catching a lot of attention, $3,000 shootout event being also played out. They started that thing off last night, and as soon as that pops up, David Baker. Always good to see David. And they are down to 40 players in that one. Of course, with the shootout format,
one winner per table.
One winner per table, and you advance. So looks like we've got about. Let's see how many people have got any eliminations. Looks like about 4 tables in play.
Is there going to be 4 tables?
It looks like it. Some of the guys that advanced: Giacomo Fondaro, Doug Polk, Brian Lemke, Lonnie Harwood, James Woods.
Jimmy Woods.
How about that? James Woods up there. Matthew Schwarman, Corey Leibelin, Philip McAllister, David Peters, some other big names in there that you would probably know. Jake Balsinger, Sam Stein still in that one. Jeff Gross, Jason Somerville, still alive. Leo Volpert, still in there. Kyle White, Ryan D'Angelo, Joe Cotta. Looking for another bracelet. Nathan Tuthill also still alive.
That particular tournament brings out a lot of the big names.
Yes, the pros dig that shootout. I'm not a big shootout guy. I don't know. I just.
I happen to like them. I mean, I play them all the time. So
I think it's obviously a great form, especially for aggressive players. I mean, you're playing to win.
Yeah.
There's no hanging on and sitting.
You just win your table and you're in the money.
Yep. So that one. Just with a couple of tables to go before we wrap up that event. And then, of course, event 5A, the Colossus. People already getting their names on the board in there. I have obviously not announced any really true registration numbers yet.
No, they won't know until probably tomorrow night late.
Yep, $565 buy-in. And, guess what? It looks like the Colossus is about ready to hit its break. Joe, that means it's time to go to the fan cam.
Fan cam?
We're gonna go to the fan cam here. This will be quality entertainment for everybody at home.
It looks like if they're going on a break now, they probably got off to. This would be their second break though.
Yeah, it'll be the second break.
Okay, I was going to say they were on time then.
There was a massive bathroom line earlier. If you follow us on Twitter, you would see this. But
What you're seeing on the fan cam is actually a very small scale, because we're not in the main hallway. But even though in one of these side hallways, as you can see the amount of players that are just streaming by. And I
Yes.
like that, streaming on the internet. So you really can't get a real feel for the amount of players here, but there are a lot, and as you can see, they're going in both directions.
yes, you betcha.
Bathrooms are that way, and
Most of the bathrooms.
actually they're both ways.
See, we got, of course, already some of the ladies complaining
About-
coming down the hall because this is now double men's down here.
Oh, is it double men's?
Double men's. Oh, absolutely. They need it.
Oh, so they walk down here and realize, oh, I can't go in.
There's also a security measure that I have put up.
Okay,
We have a barber pole colored tripod, which got destroyed still down Seminole Hard Rock, but also hung some hats on there too.
Let's. You want to do an over and under before the first time it's kicked
I
over?
know, it's going to be like 5 minutes, maybe.
Sometime today it will be kicked over.
There's no
That's
question.
my call.
Sometime during this break, it'll probably get kicked. But we're gonna go with it anyway. But you can kind of see there are a ton of people out here, and in a minute, the bathroom line will soon be reaching us. Which is
Yeah, if you're not supposed to be here at the World Series, you might not want to stand in front of our booth right now.
no,
Like,
very
what?
dangerous.
The wife goes, "Where were you today?" "Oh, I was working, honey." "Really?" "I saw you on the Mark Hoke show, waiting online to go to the bathroom."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's trouble. That's trouble. So taking a look at the fan cam here for you. So everybody in line, if they want to wave to everybody at home, there we go. Say hi, enjoy yourself a little
I'm
bit.
interested who the first person who was knocked out of the Colossus. That would be. We should get
It
him on.
didn't take long.
Oh, it was real quick.
Oh my God, firsthand, yeah.
First hand?
Yeah.
Was it Aces Kings?
I don't know. I just saw somebody walking out and a tweet went out from WSOP.
I wonder if he had a second bullet.
Well, I sure hope so. That would be so bad. You know, because I mean, the thing about this tournament, it almost has a main event feel to it. I mean, I've been here since about 8 o'clock this morning, and everybody, there's so many new players here. There's so many people here that really may have built their poker summers up to have a shot to be at this event. You know, and it's just a different vibe than what it's been.
I do have a question for you, Mark. And obviously there are people who already bought all four starting times. If you were one of those guys or girls who bought all four starting times, and money is no object to you, well, not no object, but it's not a significant amount of money, do you play really aggressive on your first 3 flights?
Oh heck yeah!
You do.
At least the first 2.
At least the first 2.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to go.
Yeah, it's almost like really it's like a rebuy tournament where you're allowed 3 additional rebuys.
Yeah, and
So and that tends to lead to more aggressive play.
absolutely. I mean, there were a lot of people headed out the door. I mean, just where we are at Brasilia, and just not a ton, but a steady flow of people coming out of the room pretty quickly. I mean, they're always messing around with this, and especially if there's those extra bullets,
Yeah.
you have a chance there. By the way, there's Doug Hull. What's up, Doug? You're sneaking in on the fan cam there. How about that?
You're on the
a
fan cam right now.
Actually, your elbow's on the fan cam right now, but that's all right. But it's all good. That's what it's there for.
Are we supposed to yell, "This is Sparta" or something?
Sure.
Like that?
Absolutely.
Shuffle up and kill.
It's shuffle up and kill. day.
There you go.
Right now, it's line up and Pete. But yeah, so I mean, you guys, it'll be. This is kind of funny for the fan cam because you're going to get to see how long this line is to go to the bathroom. It's ridiculous.
This line is almost as long as the line to buy in.
Almost.
Yeah.
I'll give it an almost.
Almost, yeah.
Ooh, near collision. Near collision
Yeah.
for the.
I'm
for
telling
the
you,
drive-by.
it's going over. You're going to see us, and in one moment, you're not going to see us.
Exactly.
It's getting kicked over.
All right, let's pull that down there real fast. But yeah, so that's what's going on at the World Series right now, as we are just following through the Colossus Day. I mean, it's just been, like I said, the excitement here has just been spectacular. The level of focus for these guys, and a lot of people down here really early. I got down here about 7:45 this morning.
Were you down here that early, really?
Yeah, I came down with Nate. So his booth opened up at 8 o'clock this morning. So yeah, something else. So yeah, I've been here for a while, answering all sorts of great questions.
You think? I think the questions are going to be reduced somewhat this year because we're not in the actual main thoroughfare. We had a ton of questions while on air too. Hey, where's the bathroom? And
Yeah.
where's the Brazilian room? Where's the Amazon room?
So
So
we're taking a little preventative sign measure over here too.
what does the sign
Got a
say?
little on air live sign.
Oh, on air live. Okay.
And look who's here, by the way. Bernard Lee is looking to charge his phone. Unfortunately, all my jacks are filled. I'm so sorry, Bernard.
There is a
Bernard's-
plug right over there.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you need an adapter.
Ah, shoot. Yeah, I do not have that covered. I'm sorry, Bernard. I'm a little behind on that, but
I guess he didn't see the on air sign.
no, that's all right. It's Bernard Lee. He's allowed to interrupt us if he wants. But yeah, so that's where things are right now. I'll tell you what I want to do real quick, Joe, is I'd like to step back and take a break
Okay.
so everybody can hear from all our great sponsors while these players. Well, actually, let's let these guys get inside first, just in case anybody stops over. So we'll hang on.
In case somebody walks by there.
Yeah, we'll hang on for a little bit.
Yeah, that might be a good.
But Todd Anderson should be swinging by here any minute. But yeah, man, we're live.
Live from the World Series.
Got to be excited about it. Joe.
It doesn't seem like it was a year ago. It just the whole year has gone so quick.
Yeah, tis a blur. Tis a blur.
A lot has happened to the Mark Hoke Show in a year.
It's been busy. It's been busy.
You had your 600 show and down
Yep.
in the Bahamas and
Yeah. Yeah, we had a good time down there. Bahamaing it up. But yeah, of course, the PPC Poker Tour going on. We're going to be hitting all those events and doing live reporting. Fun. 12 hours of pain. That's all right. Oh, man. But yeah, it's been something exciting. And if you want to follow us on the show, go to Mark Hoke Show on Twitter, Facebook, The Mark Hoke Show. We'd love to have you give us some likes and follows on there.
I see a Frank Casino Examiner is in the chat room.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't even paying attention to the chat
Yeah.
box.
He is, I tell you what, we might have to give him the Loyal Listener Award.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's always around.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, chat box is up if you want to get in there. Casino's Aaron saying hi, and he'll be here Monday.
The Wookiee Way is there also.
Wookiee Way is out there in the chat box. Good to see you. I turned Joe's mic down. That's a good idea. He's like, you guys ever read chat anymore? Well, we did now. How's the parking? Oh, Jesus.
Is Casino Examiner asking us how the parking lot is?
Let me give us some advice.
What is this? Is it? Let's break for the traffic report while we're at it too, right?
My advice is if you're playing the morning flights in this thing, you better get here about 8 o'clock.
I actually got lucky. Got here about 1:45 and got a spot right in the front parking lot. So I got lucky.
Wow, you rock starred that.
Yeah, must have been one of those early Colossus bust outs.
It's an NPL special for
Yeah.
you on that. Now, but I can tell you, I came down here yesterday about 3:45, 4 o'clock.
And you could not find a spot,
No
could you?
way. No way. I was so far back.
And
I was in the weed smoking territory out there in the parking lot.
well, obviously at the plaza, every place is the weed smoking
Oh,
territory.
it's not so bad. I mean, I'm in the employees lot too, so that doesn't hurt.
They're vaping and smoking at the same time.
Now, what are you going to do?
Oh,
There you go.
The bathroom line is actually
the bathroom line is
dispersed.
now dwindled. So that's pretty cool. Good for them.
Yeah.
So everything moving quickly here at the World Series of Poker. And of course, so much more to come in this series. We got a ton of great events and a lot of new stuff going on this year. And, of course, we'll take a look at that.
Other than in previous years, other than the employee event, the World Series has never had an event where the buy-in was less than $1,000. Is that correct, or did they have that 777 one?
Not that I can remember for
Yeah.
a long, long time.
So I think that's kind of spurned the juices, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, this is what a great idea for an opening event. I mean, I think everybody knew this was going to be big. We'll see where the final number ends up. But I do know
you want to
entries-
redo your prediction. I know you had said somewhere in the area
17-ish.
See, 17-ish. Is that what you're going with?
I'm going to stay with it. Now I know they've got 20,000 entries on the board, but a lot of those could get dropped.
Those are rebuys.
So I mean, the numbers could. I mean, I won't be surprised if they end up over 20,000, given all the flights. Because they added some late waves in there too.
24.4 is the max, is what I'm being told.
Yes. So it wouldn't shock me to see this get over 20. I wouldn't be
$5 million
surprised.
guarantee, which they're obviously going to break.
Yeah.
What do you think first prize is going to be?
Oh boy.
You
I
think
didn't
you
look
think
at
it'll be a mill?
Oh yeah.
You think so?
Oh yeah. I don't even think question about it. It's going to be $1 million. God, that'll be sweet. That'll be sweet when I win it.
Pretty sweet.
I'm hoping. Just like everybody else in here, It's going to be...
Might be the first time anyone's bought in for a tournament that had a entry fee of less than $600 that you can win $1 million.
Could be right on that. I wouldn't... Yeah. Very good point. Yeah, I mean, history is going to be made this weekend out here. And, of course, there's so many other... Like I said, we got a lot of other great events. The Millionaire Maker's still out there. The Monster Stack's still out there. We got the seniors event, the ladies event, the new 50-50. There's a Hyper Turbo this weekend. It's the Lucky Sevens event right before the main event.
Yeah, but no $1 million one drop this year.
Nope. In alternating years on that.
They do always alternating years?
Yep.
Give people time to recoup?
Yeah, so we got a little one for one drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, 111,000.
A little one.
Tiny.
You and
Tiny.
I, that would be a lot one to us.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Relative.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, but like, it's just gonna be a very
look nice and dapper.
very exciting World Series coming up here. All right, and I'll tell you what. I think we'll step back since things are starting to settle in. We're going to take our first break, and we will be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show. We're live from the World Series of Poker 2015. Very happy to have you all with us, and we will see you on the other side of the break.
I can hardly hear any, by the way.
I'm here with two-time WSOP bracelet winner Rep Porter. Rep, you just launched a new poker training site, thepokeracademy.com. What's one tip you can give to players that will immediately improve their game?
I would say that if you're not currently using your chips as weapons to win other chips, you need to start doing that. One great way to do that is to raise more frequently pre-flop when it's folded to you in the cutoff or on the button. You should be opening with 40 to 70% of your hands depending on the tournament situation. You'll find that you win the blinds and antes pre-flop at a very high rate. And even if one of your opponents calls you, you'll still have chances to win the spot. Sometimes you'll make a hand, and other times you'll be able to win the spot with a simple continuation bet.
That's a great tip for you from Rep Porter at thepokeracademy.com. It's a completely different kind of training site. Thepokeracademy.com offers a no-limit tournament course that gives you a comprehensive strategy from the beginning through all the stages of tournament play. Use the link thepokeracademy.com/mark to get a free 166-page course guide when you buy the course. That's thepokeracademy.com/mark.
PokerShop.com is your one-stop shop for all your poker and game room needs. PokerShop.com has you covered with an incredible variety of poker chips and supplies, top-quality playing cards, plus gaming tables and room accessories, just like you'd find in your favorite casino. And if you're looking to spruce up your man cave, we offer a wide selection of decor options, from lighting to mirrors and portable bars to bub stools, to make your game room the one all your friends and family will be talking about. So for everything you need to make your game night a great night, go to www.pokershop.com and receive 10% off your purchase with the code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You supply your friends. We supply everything else. Live it. Love it. Pokershop.com. There's nothing better than sitting down to play poker with good friends and cutting loose. And that's what you're going to find when you tune in to Poker Night in America. Poker Night in America is revolutionizing televised poker in a big way, with all the action you love and the hilarious fun you've been missing. Come take a seat at the table with all your favorite players, old and new, with Poker Night in America. Mondays, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on CBS Sports Network. And don't forget to visit the show online at PokerNight.com. So pull up a chair and join us Mondays on Poker Night in America.
Join us for the PPC Poker Tour stop right here in Las Vegas at the Golden Nugget for the PPC Golden Nugget Aruba Satellites, June 4th and 5th. Event starts both nights at 5 p.m. with a $175 buy-in and a guaranteed $4,000 PPC Aruba World Championship package up for grabs both nights. So come on out for the PPC Poker Tour at the Golden Nugget Las Vegas, June 4th and 5th, and check out the PPC Poker Tour stops at ppcpokertour.com. See you at the Golden Nugget for the PPC Poker Tour.
Only a donkey would call my pre-flop bet with a deuce tray.
Hey, deuce tray is my lucky hand, and besides, they were suited. Man, I played that hand great.
That was a real share my pair hand.
Share My Pair, the best way to share your poker stories with friends, for free. Available from the iTunes App Store and Google Play. Download the app now.
Heads up, everyone. It's time for the ABC Chinese Poker App Tip of the Day.
Always double check for 5s and 10s before you set your hand. A 5 or a 10 is needed to complete every possible straight, so make sure you aren't shutting yourself out by misplacing those key cards at the start of the hand. Leaving the door open to as many hand possibilities as you can will lead to big points and lots of winning sessions.
Want to get in on the Chinese poker action with over 1 million games played every week? Download the ABC Chinese Poker app on your iPhone or iPad today. From Vegas to Miami and all over the world, it's the #1 Chinese poker app, ABC Chinese Poker.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
Now, let's return to the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
And we are back. Joe is so focused.
Thanks for that warning.
I gave you the wave.
Well, I was just checking. Somebody just posted that it's now up to 20,000.
Wow.
In the clock. If all indications are right, you're close.
A lot of it.
20,000?
That's
I didn't realize there were 20,000 poker players.
I saw somebody that tweeted out today that said there are more people playing this poker tournament than are in my town.
Well, I can't say that.
I mean,
I'm from Brooklyn, New York. There are a lot of people from Brooklyn.
But yeah, I mean, that is really funny when you think about it. That's like a small town.
That is a small town.
That's a big small town, actually.
20,000.
It's incredible. Yep, and of course, once again, we're live here at the World Series of Poker. Colossus. I mean, but it feels like the main event. I mean, I don't know what it is. It's just, with all these people here and all the new faces and one thing that really struck me, because I knew this was going to be big, because I heard a lot of foreign or non-English speakers in the house.
Yeah, Europeans tend to get here much later in the series.
It's not like it used to be where they had all the money flying around, but they've typically been showing up about the last 2 to 3 weeks. So for those guys to start rolling in here now,
well,
that's good for everybody too. Because that means these numbers.
When you say there's not a lot of money floating around, there's still a lot of internet money floating around in Europe, though, and outside the United States. So, but they've always been historically, they come late. When they come late, I mean they don't play all 7 weeks. They skip the first 3 or 4 weeks, I would say.
Right. I mean, it's just too much to spend. It's you're talking all your travel.
Yeah, if you don't live here, this is an expensive venture.
Right.
You have to have a hotel room for literally almost 2 months.
Yeah. So I mean, these guys, these guys coming in now, that's really saying something. I mean,
well, maybe they're coming in now and leaving and then coming back. I don't know.
Well, that'd be a costly little trip too.
Yeah.
Yikes. So I guess we'll see how things go next week when all this settles down a little bit. Of course, we do have a ton of great events coming up here at the World Series. And just take a look at some of the other ones that are on the docket here over the next few weweeks. So of course, the Colossus is taking up the house the rest of the way. We do.
Is that the only thing going on today? Is the Colossus?
Yeah, other than the other tournaments that are finishing up.
Yeah, I'm talking the only starting tournament today.
Right,
is Colossus.
And tomorrow. That is event number 5. I think one's going to be a lot of fun to see who's in it and how it plays out. On Sunday is event 6, the Hyper Hold'em. 2-day tournament, $1,000 buy-in, where it's going to be speedy.
Oh, I believe we have our first bracelet ceremony.
Yeah, we have our bracelet ceremony at 2:40.
I would imagine that's the employees event.
Yep. So we're first bracelet of the year being given out, and I feel like I'm sitting down during the national anthem. That's not good.
Do you want me to see if I can grab the
sure, if you
bracelet
like.
winner?
Yeah, absolutely.
And bring him over?
If you like.
All right, I will do that. I'll be back.
All right. So Joe's going to step away here for a little bit. So we'll take a look at some of these other events while Joe's doing that. Hang on one second here. Let me flip around here. Joe's asking me for some information real quick, and I will try to get it for him. You can hear the national anthem playing in the background. Let's see, where are my... Joe's going to try and get him in there. Yep, but of course the Colossus will be starting back up as they're back on the second break. Andy Frankenberger looked like scrambling into the room there. Yeah, but once again, it's just amazing day here at the WSOP, and we're gonna see if we can hang on there. As Joe's gonna try and pull our bracelet winner here if we can get lucky on that. Interesting. Sorry, I just got a little distracted there by something I noticed in the hallway. But, once again, hey, we thank you for being with us. I'm Mark Hoke as we start our journey here at the World Series of Poker. By the way, if you want to listen to some of our past shows, just go to markhokeshow.podbean.com and download our podcast for the show. We would certainly appreciate that. I just had Al Can hang on there. Of course, one of the great reporters in poker, Alan Rash, as he's going to be taking a little time off this World Series. He won't be coming out till the main event. But you can hear Al's thoughts. Of course, he's been around this game forever, has seen just about every side of it, and great podcast with him and Katie Stone and Joe and Nate on there. Of course, Brandon Barnett. We're going to see if we can wrangle him up here real quick to come out and say hi to everybody. Hopefully, that's one of the great things about being on at this time is that we end up getting a lot of the bracelet winners coming in. And you can see some of those interviews from the past couple, especially last year, up on our YouTube channel. If you want to go just find Mark Hoke, we would certainly appreciate you tuning in on that and looking at some of the fun that we had last year here at the World Series of Poker. All right, so we're just kind of hanging out here for a little bit. We're going to see if we can get our bracelet winner on the board here and have him join us. But in the meantime, like I said, things have quieted down here at the Rio. Break time over as we continue to see what's going on in the Colossus and some of the other events. But these guys are in here having a good time. And so bear with us a second. We'll get Joe back on the show in just a little bit. Of course, you want to join us in the chat box. We're on Ustream there. Just look us up on the Rogue Wire Network, Rogue-Wire. Kind of our semi-host site for the show. So if you're on Ustream, you want to check us out, we'd certainly appreciate you getting in the chat box and saying hi to us. If you don't have a username, just go to ustream.tv and pick one up. And still waiting to see if we can. Joe's going to pull that in here. So let's take a look at some of those other events coming up. There's also on Sunday the Deuce 7 Triple Draw Lowball 10K Championship is going to be kicking off here on Sunday. Also on Monday, the Pot Limit Hold'em $1,500 event and 7-card Raz $1,500 event on Monday. On Tuesday, one of my favorite events. I love watching this event. The Heads Up No Limit Hold'em Championship $10K buy-in on that one. That starts at noon on Tuesday. And then the Limit Hold'em tournament, the one that everybody loves to cover if you're in the media, $1,500 buy-in on that starting at 4 o'clock. Wednesday also brings the six-handed No Limit Hold'em 3-day event, and the Omaha 7-card stud high-low 8 or better tournament. That one $2,500 buy-in on Wednesday. Another 10K championship on Thursday, Pot Limit Hold'em, and of course the Millionaire Maker coming up next Friday. It's kind of funny. 2 years ago when that event kicked off, everybody was pretty darn excited about that. How are they going to top this? And then they did the Monster Stack and topped it, and now we got the Colossus topping that. Boy, you wonder what the World Series is going to have in mind for 2016, because I'm not sure what more they could do. We've got tables in the poker kitchen out here, for God's sake. It's unbelievable how packed this place is. And of course, a lot of people are probably watching some numbers, maybe waiting to try to get into the last flight on Sunday or Saturday. But man, I wouldn't wait. If you still want to register, come down here and get in. As I know they were just registering for some of the late waves, but otherwise, not a lot of time for you to get down here and do your thing. So don't waste time. Please come join us and get registered and come play here at the Rio. All right, so just hanging on to see if Joe's going to get us Brandon Barnett. If not, we'll just keep the show rolling here. But I'm pretty excited, too, because I'm going to be playing the Colossus tonight. I've got into, thanks to a good friend of mine, I'm going to be in Flight 1B this evening, trying to survive that. And ironically, after all the joking around on Twitter we did on at Mark Hoke Show, I will be playing in the poker kitchen. So there you go. I mean, it's going to be that's going to be something. I would never thought I would be playing a poker event, a World Series of Poker event in the poker kitchen, but it's going on right now, and I will be taking care of that. So, yeah, we did turn Joe's mic, and I saw on Twitter Chris Lockwood out there saying gentleman writes blowing out my speakers occasionally. So turned his mic down, so we're all good. All right, and once again, just hang around, see if we're going to get him on. And Todd was supposed to be around here. He's kind of disappeared. We're missing him. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, this is obviously the the one big thing going on in poker, but still some great other tournaments in Las Vegas too. So, I think that's one thing that everybody forgets about a World Series time. Is don't just have to play a World Series event. I mean, of course, right here at the Rio, they've got quite a few different tournaments going on with the Deep Stack Series and so on. But all across the city, there are quite a few tournament series happening. I know there's a huge overlay at the Golden Nugget the other night. But so many chances for you to play. I think playing Hollywood's got some series going on. Not a lot. So make sure if you want to come out and play poker, man, the time to do it is now. You're going to have a great time out here in Las Vegas. We'll look forward to seeing you here in just a little bit here at the World Series of Poker. All right, so Joe's still not back yet. So, yeah, and Todd disappeared. So we're off to a flying start here at the World Series. You got to love it. Absolutely got to love it. Going back to the calendar, some of the other new events that are in this year that certainly worth paying attention to. Let's see. Well, the Monster Stack is back, of course. Split format, No Limit Hold'em, which is what they're calling it. Day one plays 9-handed and 6-handed heads up. So they've gone away from the mix max term, and they are now calling it a split format. 10-game mix 6-handed tournament. That should be a pretty exciting event for those of you that love the mixed games. And really that week, the week of the seniors, and this was, I think, a great strategy by the World Series of Poker. I mean, this schedule was absolutely dynamite. But the week of the seniors event, which is, let's see, if you started on Sunday the 14th, running through Sunday the 21st, you've got a ton of mixed games event, which is really playing into some of your veteran players' hands. be looking at the horse tournament, do 7 low ball, pot limit Omaha, 10-game mix, and of course the seniors on Friday. Also a 7-card stud tournament on that one. The extended play no limit hold'em with 90-minute levels on that. That is going to be amazing. And the super seniors on Sunday, along with kicking off with what really is one of the incredible events at the World Series of Poker, the Poker Players Championship, 6-handed tournament on that one. All right. So once again, just kind of hanging in here, seeing if Joe's going to bring us a present here. But everybody is just settled in and playing this Colossus right now. And on that Colossus, just to give you an idea of what the structure is like on that one. Of course, 4 starting flights, and of course they have the extra waves, so players that register late can get in there. They do have to, when they do come in, they do have to come in at that point in the tournament. So nobody's going to be sneaking in here, restarting at 25.50. If you're one of the late waves, you come in when you get in. So most of them, a lot of the players really have been gotten in about level 2 and level 3. So nothing too crazy. I mean, this one, 5,000 starting chips, 25.50 blinds. And they're playing through, it's scheduled to 10. I heard they may have moved it to playing through level 11. So that would be getting to the 1,000 level on that. And of course, then everybody's going to be coming back day 2. Time has not been announced yet, but that will be on Sunday. And they are supposed to play another 10 levels there. That's what they're scheduled at. Day 3 comes back 1 p.m. followed by day 4, and continue until we have a winner in this tournament. But I think one thing that people it's hard to picture actually winning this tournament. I mean, there's so many great players out there, and and so many people here. Period. That it's going to be pretty tricky to get it done. All right, and hey, we do have it. How about that? Right off the bat, our first World Series of Poker bracelet winner, Brandon Barnett, joining us. Brandon,
hi.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So take us through this tournament. Of course, very special tournament, obviously, with the casino employees getting together and have a little fun.
Yeah, it was actually. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So tell us about your run through this event.
Well, actually, fun is a pretty good word to describe it. I mean, I don't think I've ever played in a poker tournament that's more friendly, because everybody's kind of in the industry. We all talk to each other, kind of hang out. Everything was cool. I mean, I had a lot of good tables with people talking, and yeah, it was fun. It was a good environment to be around.
So where are you? Which casino do you work at?
I work at Pechanga Resort and Casino in Southern California.
So what was the reaction when everybody heard that you pulled this thing out?
Actually, to be honest with you, my boss is one of the first people that called me after the final card hit, and he was telling me, I guess a lot of our regular players in the room were up away from their tables streaming it live, and he had it streaming in the back, and I guess all the supervisors, the dealers on the tables were asking how I was doing, and the supervisors were fighting over who got to watch it and who had to go back on the floor. And so apparently, yeah, there was a lot of support from back home, which is really awesome.
Now, you had a pretty wild ride through this tournament. I mean, a lot of crazy hands, and I mean, you're still twitching. You're still twitching from it. Tell us a little bit about what happened to you in there.
There was some pretty gross hands. Not so much during the tournament, but definitely on the final table. We got to 3-handed. I got all in. I had Zach, the guy to my left, all in. He's a phenomenal player, actually. He was probably one of the best three-handed or at the final table at all. We got it in. I had ace-king to his ace-8, and he flopped an 8, which, it happens. And then about 5 hands later, Greg, the guy I ended up going heads up with, he shipped with ace-jack of spades, and I woke up with aces in the small blind and called him, and flop came down ace-king 10, and he rivered a queen. That one was pretty gross. I mean, if I win those 2 hands, it's over at that point.
Right.
And now they're both shipped up pretty well, and I've got to go back to work. And then probably the sickest one of all, heads up for the bracelet with Greg. I've got I think a 2-to-1 advantage on him at this point, and I raise on the button with 10-8 of diamonds. He calls down. Flop comes ace-queen 3, all diamonds. I just flop it right away. He checks. I made a continuation bet. He shipped over the top, and I snap call him, and he turns over 2 kings with no diamond. So, I mean, I've got him drawing pretty much dead to rights. Bracelet's almost on my wrist already, and he the queen pairs on the turn and a king hits the river.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
it was pretty gross. I guess that hand's kind of gone viral. A lot of people that weren't even involved have heard about it. So that was pretty sick. But you know, it happened to me too. I caught a jack on the river to eliminate Zach in third, so I got a little bit lucky back there. And then after that king's hand, I actually lost a lot of chips to Greg. Most of the chips in play I lost to him, trying to push him out of a pot, and he made a phenomenal call. So I was down to about 200K, and he had 3.2 million, and was lucky. I mean, at that point, the next hand's going all in, no matter what it is. I was lucky enough to double up that hand. Folded my small blind the next hand, and then I put in 50 for the big blind, 50K, and I think I had about 375 total. So the next hand, he raised, I shipped, and he called, and I only had 3 deuce, but I told him right away, I said I just couldn't afford to give up a big blind. And he ended up having 10-9, flop came down 9-8 deuce. So I'm still drawing to a deuce or a 3, and then an 8 pairs the turn, which I thought pretty much sealed the deal because it killed my 3.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, I caught a deuce on the river, so, I mean, it was just one of the sickest final tables ever.
That's unreal.
Yeah, so I catch the 2-outer, so I got a little bit of justice back, and then from there, it was just I chipped back up. We got back to even, and once we got back to even, I think that gave me all the confidence to take it down because I knew that I was pretty much down and out. I was a 16-1 dog, and I was able to get back to even. So at that point, I think I kind of had the momentum on my side. And final hand, we got it in with 8s. I had pocket 8s, he had pocket 4s, and for once it held up for me. You know?
Yeah, there
so
you go.
It was
That's
just
a nice change of pace.
That's all I said. I asked the dealer. I said, please just let me be ahead and stay ahead one time. So it was crazy. But up and down, I mean, even my friends that were on my rail, they said, even if we didn't know you, that would have been one of the sickest final tables to watch. So it was crazy, for sure.
Did your experience help you get through that? Because, I mean, you see this every day, you know, what really happens when people play poker,
Mhm.
and just the twists and turns that go through it. You know, even just a 1-2 cash game. When you were in this situation, I mean, the experience and the seeing it over and over again, do you say, you know what, disaster strikes, but you can come back? And, you know, was that a factor for you that you felt like dealing got you through that?
Yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit. I was, I've been talking to everybody about it, and I was surprised as the tournament progressed how nervous I wasn't. Like, I expected that, I've never even played a World Series event, and then to make the final table, I expected to just be crazy nervous, but I wasn't. I just felt calm, and I felt that, I could play with everybody, and nobody at the table scared me. And yeah, when the bad things started to happen, I just said, you know what, you've already come this far, and I had to grind pretty much all tournament to get there. I was talking about it earlier. I mean, not until 2 tables left was I ever a chip leader at my table. I was always one of the low men. So I just said, you know what, that's fine. And like you said, I know the bad beats happen. I've dealt several of them. So it was just one of those things. I said, I know it happens, but you still have the chip lead, and you can play with these guys. You had the chip lead in the first place because you can play with these guys, So I just stuck with it, and luckily it came out my way.
Last card hits. What went through your mind?
I don't even know. I was running around like crazy. I mean, I think in that split second, I did notice that it was an 8 and it filled me up. Not that it mattered. The first thing I noticed was there was more than 4 pips on the card, and I just went nuts. As long as it wasn't a 4, I didn't care what it was. The fact that it filled me up didn't matter. It just didn't have to be a 4. That was the only thing.
You now have one of those.
I do.
Joe
have one
keeps
of
showing it to everybody over here.
Yeah, he's taking it away from me a little bit.
That's all right. But that is now in your hands. What is it like to be a World Series of Poker bracelet winner?
It's indescribable. I mean, I actually took it last night because I wasn't sure if I was going to make the ceremony. And then obviously I changed my plans to do that because that's a once in a lifetime thing. You don't want to miss that. But I was sitting at my uncle's last night, and I was just looking at it, and I wore it for a little bit, and I still don't believe that it's mine. I mean, I don't think it's really hit me yet. I follow this tournament all the time, and I read these live updates as the series is going on, and it's just weird reading my name and seeing my picture and having my bracelet. It's insane. It's an elite group of people, and it's cool to be a part of.
The kids back at your casino are going to be pretty excited to get to see that, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're going to take it in one time, or are you going to trust them to?
Oh, yeah, I'll take it in. I won't wear it in, but I'll take it. I'll let everybody see it for sure because like I said, from what I heard, I had a ton of support there. So I think it's only fair that they get to see it too. Having that kind of support really helps. So I guess in a way it's partly theirs too.
So what is your plan the rest of the World Series now that you got a lot of cash in your pocket?
Hey, yeah, well, I'm not sure. To be honest with you, most of that's going into savings. I have a 4-month-old son, and I just bought a house. So, as far as some people have asked me if I'm going to buy into the main event, and that's pretty much out of the question. I might try to find other ways to get in, maybe find somebody to buy pieces of me or something. But yeah, as far as buying in goes, it's out of the question for me. Like, I've got other priorities on that front, but I might try to come back and play a couple of the smaller events, maybe a 1,500 or something like that, and see if I can't snap off another one.
Oh, that would be unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, Brandon, congratulations to you. Way to open up the World Series, and like I said, you got a lot of people proud of you back home.
Yeah.
Way
Thank
to go.
you very much. I appreciate it.
Enjoy it.
I will, definitely. Have a good one.
Your employees event champion, first World Series poker bracelet winner, Brandon Barnett, cashing in for a nice bracelet and about, what,
75,000.
75,000. So
Yeah.
way to go.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, there you go, guys. So your first bracelet winner on the show. And thanks. I appreciate Brandon stopping in there and getting it done. Joe kept trying to steal his bracelet. Joe's a bracelet thief over there. Look at this guy. Joe, you want one of those so bad. Oh, and look who's here. Mr. Poker Academy. Very happy to have. We got to get Rep in here. Jeez, ew. Even though our Joe, we got a little camera bump there. I think Rep shows up and bumps the camera. He's got to look good on there. We got it tilted.
We call that mitching at the Poker Academy.
Yeah, I got to go that way a little bit. Yeah, keep going. We got tilt and turn. We're getting there. Almost there.
That thing really hard.
Almost there. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Almost. Okay, stop. That's good. Yeah, we'll survive. Rep.
How are you, Mark?
Very well, thank you. Here, we'll get you into the microphone.
Oh, yeah, I'll lean a little more. That better?
There you go. Well, welcome to the World Series.
Well, thank you.
Very happy to have you here.
Me too. I got here late last night.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of this Colossus so far?
Oh, it's great. I mean, you get 20,000 people coming to play the same live event. It's a big deal for poker, you know. Everyone in America, it's a price point they can compete at, and they all come in, and it's a great thing for poker, I think.
Yeah, and of course, you're doing PokerAcademy.com, so I'm going to ask you for some advice here.
All right, what do you got?
I'm playing the Colossus now. I'm only firing one bullet.
Yeah.
So give me some strategy to get through this day one.
All right. Day one, people are going to get on average to 4 or 5 or 6 times their starting stack. So in the very beginning time, when the blinds are really cheap, the first 2 or 3 levels, you're going to want to take opportunities with speculative hands to see cheap flops. Maybe when you call someone who 3X's the big blind on the 25-50 level for $150 with your small pairs, with your suited connectors, try to give yourself a chance to make a hand you're comfortable getting all your chips in with so you can double up. Mm-hmm. And then that gets you in a better chip position. You know, like I played today and I started with 5,000, I got up to 10,000, and then I went bust when we were playing 200, 400 in level 7, and I have 25 big blinds with double my starting stack 4 hours into play. Mm-hmm. So in these type of structures that are a little more aggressive, you definitely have to give yourself an opportunity to double up or triple up or get to 4 or 5 times your starting stack so that you can play a little more comfortably when the limits level off. It goes 2-4, then it goes 255, 3-6, 4-8, so it takes another 2 hours for it to double again. But it doesn't take that long to go from 25-50 to 200-400, which is 8 times as big.
Right.
So it doubles 3 times in the first 4 hours, and then it doubles 1 more time in the next 2.5 hours or so. So getting through those first few levels and giving yourself a chance to have chips and play deeper in the tournament is important.
Great advice. I'm going to use that.
Yeah, good.
I'm definitely going to use that.
I'd love to see you make a run in this.
That would be pretty sick, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, it'd be fun, though, right?
God.
I mean, can you imagine being, like 100 people left on the Colossus, 20,000 people started, and you're sitting around, and I mean, it's just going to be like a circus environment. Everyone's going to be having fun and enjoying themselves.
And that, I think that's one thing that's going to be fascinating about this tournament, because with so many people in it, I mean, it's almost incomprehensible to think about actually winning this thing.
Somebody's going to win.
But it's going to happen to somebody. Some people, 9 people are going to get to this final table, and who knows what the road's going to be like for them in this. I mean, it's going to be sensational.
Oh, everyone who gets there is going to have their fair share of stories where they got lucky. I mean, you just can't play good and always have the best hand and outlast 20,000 people. It just doesn't happen. It just has to be your day that you put yourself in a good spot, and when you had the kings, they had the aces, you happen to win. Or every time you had the kings and they had the queens, you happen to win. You know, when you're 80-20, you put yourself in that spot 3 times, and you're 50-50 to survive all of them. And trying to get through 20,000 people, you're going to be in that spot 20 times.
Right.
So, you know, but somebody's going to be the guy who everything falls together for, and you just hope to give yourself the best chances for it to be you.
Yeah. Now, tell everybody a little bit about PokerAcademy.com. A great site. I know you're very proud of what you guys have put together there. Tell everybody about what's going on.
Well, we set out with the idea that we wanted to do poker education a little different than how the video education's done now. A lot of the video education now is done where there's a lot of tactics being taught. You get dropped into a lot of situations that you're not necessarily sure how they got there. You're sitting looking over the shoulder of a top pro or a almost top pro, depending on which site you're looking at, and they're telling you how they're going to play this hand, and that might help you understand that particular tactic, but that doesn't give you any insight into how to put that tactic into your game and where it fits in and what history they have in getting to that spot. And the interesting thing about tournament poker versus like cash game poker, tournament poker it has an ending point. Like if you play a strategy game, like if you play Monopoly or Risk or, you know, even some of the newer strategy games that the young kids like to play, like Settlers of Catan or Magic the Gathering, they all have starting points and ending points, and they develop an overall strategy that gets them from the start to the finish. When you play a cash game, you play this hand, and this hand's all that matters, and the cards have no memory, and then you play your next hand. And you may play differently against an opponent because you have history with that opponent, but you don't have to consider how your chips are going to affect how you're able to play the next hand, because you can just buy more, or you can pick up and you can leave. But tournaments require that overall strategy, and so education, I think, really needs to be designed in a way that provides an overall strategy. And so we set out with that in mind, and we made a full course with how all the ideas tie together, and we started from the beginning. We made it sequential. You know, when you come to our site, there's one path through our material. You don't have to sit down and pick your own path, and we actually don't allow you to come in and buy in halfway into our course, because we feel like, you know, it requires this overall strategy, and if you come in halfway in and you try to mix it into your strategy, we don't feel like it's necessarily going to be effective. And we want to make sure that what we're teaching you fits with the information you already have.
There you go. I mean, that's a pretty good summary of the whole thing.
Yeah, so I mean,
it's gonna be fun.
I'm pretty happy with the content we put together. You know, Rick did a great job helping, you know, design the course and really helping me understand how to approach teaching. I mean, he's been doing that for a decade. And then our tech guy and our video production guy did an amazing job. I'm really happy with how the site turned out, and the videos are all, you know, in high definition studio setting. You know, the guy who did that production does a really good job. So the 4 of us, you know, worked really hard, and they, you know, try to stick me out there and make me be the only guy. But every once in a while, I like to give them a plug because they work hard.
Yeah, there you go. So, well, speaking of working hard, what do you have going on at this year's World Series?
I'm going to play a lot of tournaments, but I do most summers. So, you know, I mean, I kind of take the approach that I show up, I play today's tournament, and then when the tournament's over, I decide what I'm going to do with the rest of the day. And unless something really good is happening in the evening, I play the next day's tournament. And so I'm comfortable, you know, playing the mixed games or the no-limit games or the higher, smaller buy-in stuff. So I really set out with a flexible mindset, and then I just try to make sure I get to bed in enough time that I'll wake up not tired. So today I was a little tired. You know, I got to bed at like 1 after getting up at 5 a.m. to drive in.
That'll do
so
it.
Now I'm going back to go grocery shop and get my house stocked up, maybe squeeze in an hour sleep before the 7 o'clock flight of the Colossus. And hopefully I'll get tomorrow off if I manage to bag tonight.
Are you in the poker kitchen tonight?
No, I am in. Are you in the poker
I am in the poker kitchen tonight.
Well, at least you know when you need to get a snack, it's close by.
Yeah.
So you don't have any worries. Today I was in the very front corner of the pavilion, which is a long ways to every door, and every table stands up between you. And I was in the last pot before the first break, right? And so it goes like a minute into the break, and I stand up and I look, and there are just a horde of people at every door. I'm like, it's going to take 5 minutes to get out of this room.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm not going to be able to go anywhere. So, you know, I packed my backpack this morning with a little bit of fruit and some other things I might want. And, you know, so I just milled around in the casino, in the tournament room for a little while, making phone calls when we went on the first break.
Oh, there you go.
So
you do what you got to do.
Yes.
Now let me ask you, as being one of the top level pros here, what event? Give me an event or two that you're playing that you are just super psyched about. Because, you know, a lot of guys when they come in here, you know, they'll look at the 1500s and, you know, they'll just dust it off and don't care. So
Yeah.
what do you care about when you look at your schedule this year?
Well, I like my favorite game to play right now is Deuce to 7 low ball, both no limit and triple draw. So both those two $10,000 events are two events that I'm really going to enjoy playing. I feel like I should be competitive in like the horse events, and I so like I think there's a $5,000 and a $10,000 horse event this year, and so like those ones I'm really interested in. And I've always wanted to win a limit hold'em event. I grew up being a limit hold'em player, and so like the 6-handed $3,000 limit hold'em event's another one that I'm,
wow,
that gets me a little more
That's
juiced
an
up than the
interesting
other
target. I've never heard anybody say that they're targeting a limit event.
Well, I mean, like when I was playing poker when I was young, that's all I played was limit hold'em. I started playing no limit maybe 5 years after I started playing poker. I spent a lot of time playing limit hold'em online. I've played a lot of limit hold'em events, and I've had a lot of good results in limit hold'em events, but I've never been able to close the deal. I've come in second, I've come in fourth, I've come in seventh, I've come in eighth, I've come in ninth, I've come in 12th, I've come in 15th, and then a few other numbers in some of those, like 900-person fields. And, I mean, like to get that close that many times in the game that I used to think of as my best game, I mean, like, I still think of myself as a really good limit hold'em player, but I don't play it as often anymore. So, and the young kids have gotten better and better and better at that game, so it's more and more competitive.
Right.
But for a long time, I really wanted to win a limit hold'em event, and like I haven't managed to accomplish that. Not even just at the World Series, but like anywhere. And so, that's just something that's always just kind of been on my list, and haven't checked it off yet. So it's still on the list.
Nice. Well, now we got a reason to pay attention to the big limit tournament.
Yeah. So
other than it's usually a lot of great players coming in there. That's the fun part about playing those high rent tournaments, especially the mixed games. I mean, you are playing against some all-star fields against like this guy.
Oh yeah,
Eric Lindgren.
Oh, we'll play a little hoops this year.
There's a challenge right there.
Oh no, I was on his team last year. We did our last time we played. I guess it was a couple years ago, but we did good. So
nice.
I set nice screens on the outside. He gets to just shoot right over me. It works out well.
I could see how that would be.
You can see how I might take up a little space when I'm out there on the perimeter.
Very nice. That's how you do it. Yeah, a lot of guys. Yeah, that's something a lot of players do. They play a lot of basketball at the World Series, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's a convenient way to get out and get some exercise and still have a little competition, and it doesn't take too many guys to be able to, get it started. You get 4 guys out there, you play a little 2-on-2, you wait for the other people to show up, and people can come in and leave, and it's social, and it's better than, going to the gym or going running, where those things where you have to do it by yourself. And that competition really helps, get you motivated to get out there.
There you go. Well, we're looking forward to seeing a great World Series out of you this year, Rep. I want to thank you for supporting the show.
Oh,
we certainly appreciate it.
Certainly our pleasure.
No, the pleasure's all mine. Yeah, but make sure you guys go to pokeracademy.com and you've got a /Mark. So we got a little tracking thing there for you. So guys, go check it out and learn from one of the best in the biz right here, baby.
Yes, excellent.
Yeah, there you go. Rep, thanks for stopping over. Good to see you.
Our pleasure.
I'm sure we'll be
My
talking
pleasure,
again very soon.
Yes, I'll definitely be stopping by and visiting and seeing what's going on.
All right.
So, all right.
Sounds good.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Rep Porter, everybody. Popping in, of course, once again, go to that pokeracademy.com. Great site. Joe, maybe you should go to pokeracademy.com /Mark. I think that would be a good idea. Help your game up a little bit.
Oh, what are you trying to say? I need help?
Well, everybody needs help.
Okay. Well, no, you always need help.
Exactly. No one's.
When does that academy start?
Well, it's online.
Oh, it's online?
Yeah.
Oh.
Online. Now, we just got to teach Rep. Rep knows how to play poker. We just got to make sure he doesn't run over the tripod again. We're a little off center, as you can kind of see there, but at least we're level, so that's good. That's good. All right, we got to get one more break in here, and then we're going to come back and wrap up the show.
Because you know what tonight is, right?
Yeah, tonight's the night that I take my first step towards a World Series poker bracelet.
Okay.
I'm going in. I
mean, I wish you all the luck in the world, but my question was really posed to the New York Rangers play tonight for a chance to go to the Stanley Cup Finals.
I need that.
You need that. Why you don't like Tampa that much?
No, my good friend Kelly Kellner set me up on a site. I got a $100 free entry into an NHL bracket contest.
Oh, did you pick the Rangers?
And I have the Rangers
good
winning.
Man.
The Rangers over Chicago.
Good man.
So I'm not feeling too bad right now.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for the Blackhawks. They're playing Game 7 in Anaheim, and Anaheim's pretty tough. But Chicago is a formidable opponent,
as I remember from
the
Stanley Cup Finals.
The NHL wants a Chicago-New York final.
Oh, wouldn't that be something? Oh man, that would be beautiful.
2 original 6 teams.
I mean, it pains me to say that as a Flyers fan, but Flyer fan rooting for the Rangers. Wow. Dude, if there's money on the line, I'll root for anybody. All right, let's get
money on the line. Let's have us a commercial break.
Let's make some money with these. So stick around, everybody. We'll be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show. We're live from the World Series of Poker. Joe Payne alongside. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Join us for the PPC Poker Tour stop right here in Las Vegas at the Golden Nugget for the PPC Golden Nugget Aruba Satellites, June 4th and 5th. Event starts both nights at 5 p.m. with a $175 buy-in and a guaranteed $4,000 PPC Aruba World Championship package up for grabs both nights. So come on out for the PPC Poker Tour at the Golden Nugget Las Vegas, June 4th and 5th, and check out the PPC Poker Tour stops at ppcpokertour.com. See you at the Golden Nugget for the PPC Poker Tour.
Nevada poker players, it's time to get in the game with the Nevada Poker League. Play for free to win cash at every location, plus you also can win poker cruises and even a $10,000 World Series of Poker main event seat. It's a great way to play poker at no risk, make new friends, and build up your poker bankroll. The Nevada Poker League is never closed and is running games 7 days a week at a location near you. So what are you waiting for? Visit the NevadaPokerLeague.com right now for all the info. Don't wait. Play poker for free and cash in today with your friends at the Nevada Poker League.
PokerShop.com is your one-stop shop for all your poker and game room needs. PokerShop.com has you covered with an incredible variety of poker chips and supplies, top-quality playing cards, plus gaming tables and room accessories, just like you'd find in your favorite casino. And if you're looking to spruce up your man cave, we offer a wide selection of decor options, from lighting to mirrors, and portable bars to bump stools, to make your game room the one all your friends and family will be talking about. So for everything you need to make your game night a great night, go to www.pokershop.com and receive 10% off your purchase with the code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You supply your friends, we supply everything else. Live it, love it. Pokershop.com. There's nothing better than sitting down to play poker with good friends and cutting loose. And that's what you're going to find when you tune in to Poker Night in America. Poker Night in America is revolutionizing televised poker in a big way, with all the action you love and the hilarious fun you've been missing. Come take a seat at the table with all your favorite players, old and new, with Poker Night in America. Mondays, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on CBS Sports Network. And don't forget to visit the show online at PokerNight.com. So pull up a chair and join us Mondays on Poker Night in America.
Poker players, do you suffer from the Dunning-Kruger effect? That's the mental quirk of thinking you're better at something than you really are. So what's the quickest way to improve your game? How about over 25 hours of training with a 2-time WSOP bracelet winner? That's what you'll get at thepokeracademy.com. It's a completely different kind of training site. It's the only training site that starts at the beginning and explains everything you need to know to become a world-class tournament player. Use the link thepokeracademy.com/mark to get a free 164-page course guide when you sign up. That's thepokeracademy.com/mark.
Your business and promotion will only go as far as your website will take you. That's why the Mark Hoke Show has only trusted one name for over 2 years, BlueRail.net. Whether you need custom website design and development packages, or simply need a host for your website, Blue Rail is the only developer to turn to. It's time to discover the world-class personalized service only the Blue Rail team can provide. Visit us at BlueRail.net and call 520-822-5128 right now for your free consultation today. So get on board at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go?
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
This is the Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
All right, we're back.
We are.
Joe's car's fixed.
My car's fixed.
There you go, baby.
That's in my work truck.
Very nice.
All right.
All right, so we are getting close to wrapping up our first internet broadcast from the World Series of Poker. And couldn't have a better weekend to do it. We'll be down here tomorrow at probably same bat time tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I have to work the Plaza tomorrow night, so.
Oh, so you got a full day?
I got a full day. But I make day 2.
I'm playing tomorrow night, Colossus, 7 p.m.
Oh, there you go.
So
you're playing something else too, aren't you?
I've got a couple events lined up. I'm going
Nice.
to play the $1,500 shootout. I'm going to play the seniors. I'm probably going to play the 777 tournament right before the main event, and hopefully cash in one of those to play the main event. So,
You know,
we'll
that Lucky Sevens event is being so overlooked. I mean, I've said this a couple times on the air, but we'll get it on the internet broadcast. A great low buy-in right before the main event. That has got to be a big draw. It has to be.
if the plays haven't gone broke by then.
Yeah, but I think if you're, let's say if you're planning to come out for the main event, even if you're going to be playing series, at other places and stuff, and you want to just come down and see it, there are, it's such a great opportunity to lead into this thing with a low buy-in, and you can still do it. If you're booked to play the main event, I mean, what's 777 more to pick up? To get into that, you know what I mean.
But it starts, if I'm correct, does it start the day before the main event or the same day as the main event?
Friday. It starts on Friday, July 3rd. And that is it's a 3-day event.
Okay, and the main event starts on.
And the main event starts on Sunday. So the worst you're going to do is
You'll
not
be able to
play day.
No,
day 1A.
Yeah, but you can technically play both events because you can play one of the. I believe there's 4 starting flights for the main event, so you can play the flights 3. So
you still got 2 more. You're gonna miss. You'd miss if you made the last day. You're gonna miss day 1A, but then you still have 1B and 1C.
1B, yeah. So you can technically play both.
No, so I mean it's a great time. Plus, if you come out a couple days early to play that, you'll be here for the 4th of July in Las Vegas. That's not bad.
It will be hot. I will tell you that.
Not at Frank Casella's place, baby.
That's right.
We're going to Frank's party, I hope. I just saw Frank today. I forgot to confirm.
I missed last year's party, but I will tell you that I will be there for this year's party.
You gotta. Oh, it's just amazing.
And it's on the 4th of July, too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It's got a nice view of the city, all the fireworks. It's something else. But that's part of the fun of this whole thing, our little summer camp that we call the World Series Poker.
That's the end of the camp party.
Yes, it is the end of the camp party before everybody starts getting their dreams crushed and shattered and having a dream about next year. There's that main event coming up with guarantee $1 million. Well, the expanded payouts this year, so should be something else. But yeah, so we're just keep an eye on the Colossus and some of the other events for you, and we'll have a full update tomorrow. We should have another bracelet winner or 2.
Yep, and we'll try to get them on the show.
Yeah,
we're 1 for 1 so far.
There you go. Good start. Nice job, Joe. You're the man.
As long as Ted Forrest doesn't win a bracelet, we have a chance to get everyone on the show.
I saw Ted earlier today. I didn't get to say hi, but I was kind of scared to,
He's not afraid of you. I think he's afraid of me.
No, he likes me. It's all good. All right. So that'll wrap up our show for this afternoon. We want to thank everybody for being with us.
We do.
Certainly do appreciate it. And, of course, want to thank all of our, our great sponsors of the show for this World Series. Our good friends Poker Academy, Poker Shop, Nevada Poker League, Blue Rail, the Grindettes, Share My Pair, of course, Poker Night in America. Let's see if I didn't miss anybody here real quick. ABC Chinese Poker and the PPC Poker Tour. And once again, don't forget, if you're down here, come down and play in that PPC Poker Tour couple of satellite days on the 4th and 5th over at the Golden Nugget. And that's a 4K prize pack to go to Aruba. So come join us down there, too. We'll be hanging out, having a good time with the boys. Well, actually, we won't be up. I'll probably be on the computer typing away.
Okay.
All night long.
But that's what you do.
That is what I do. All right, so that'll do it for us for our first show. I want to thank Rep for stopping over. Reporter, certainly do appreciate it. And Brandon Barnett, our first World Series Poker bracelet winner.
And a nice gentleman.
Guy, yeah.
Nice. I want to call him a kid, but he's not really a kid. He's got a new baby, and he's got his head on his shoulders. I
Seems like
spoke with him before we came on air and afterwards. Really, really good kid. And I wish him the best going forward. And if he plays another event, I want to stay away from him.
Yeah, probably be a good idea.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to do it, guys. We will see you back here tomorrow at 2:30 and or 2 o'clock, and we'll have a report on what my Colossus was like. Oh, goodness gracious.
Hopefully, we'll talk about what your plans are for day 2.
Exactly.
There you go.
That's the plan. All right, so thanks, everybody, for being with us. We'll see you tomorrow on the Mark Hoke Show live from the World Series of Poker. We will catch you later.
We're out of here.